King Mack back to get the opening kick, and he is planted out across the 40. Villanova showed they could hit with the best of them last week on defense. Now they see Drew Aller. Well, they start on the ground with the jet sweep to Trevor Pena. The transfer from Syracuse is out near a first down, and he's got it on the game's opening play. Well, there's no question about Penn State's defense being elite again. Where the season go depends on this unit on the field, the offense. And the first throw for Aller is also on target to Pena. Back-to-back touches, back-to-back first downs for Trevor Pena. And one of the new targets for Drew Aller with an active start. And here's Singleton for the first time. We mentioned Aller. It's important to get Singleton unlocked today after a slow first 2 weeks against this Villanova defense.
Yeah, let's just put it straight. It's going to be a tough matchup physically. They got to be able to just ground and pound, run the football against this unit. Shane Hartzell, 31. He reminiscent of that Shane Conlon jersey, probably here for Penn State fans. The heart and soul of that defense. But Singleton, Allen, the front, the tight ends, pounded.
This was a top 10 scoring defense in the FCS last year for Villanova. And won their first game by 7. Quick toss out. Aller on target again. A 2-for-2 beginning. This to Kyron Hudson. 1 yard shy of the sticks. Here comes a 3rd down and 1. Well, they race to the line, and Singleton straight ahead for a first down. And the switch who takes the direct snap. It's Singleton. And Villanova got some penetration. Zamir Dawood up from cornerback, getting dirty for a short gain with Hartzell. They did on the 3rd down snap. They do on this 2nd down snap. And another short one for Drew Aller that he drills to the sideline. First down, Kyron Hudson.
Stop the run. You're going to have to be efficient outside.
And Penn State on the march after another first down, and Singleton is wrangled down on the edge. That's where he thrives as a flag comes out.
After discussion, there is no foul on the play. The contact was ruled legal. It's first down.
Well, either way, it's a first down inside the red zone now for Penn State. You mentioned finishing drives. They've settled for some field goals early in the year, and they are establishing Singleton early on this first drive. Already his 5th carry of the opening touch for Penn State.
That's a positive sign, though. Villanova's outnumbering by 2 there in the box. They're just saying, you've got to make Drew Aller beat us.
It has been a march straight down into the red zone for Penn State. Villanova showing no signs of stopping them yet. And a good hit by Christian Sept on Singleton to bring up a 3rd down. It's a 3rd and 3. It's Singleton force-feeding him on this first drive, and it's been a productive opening drive for Nick Singleton. Another first down. As they set up a 1st and goal with 30 yards on this drive for Singleton. He stays in as the back. Shuttle run in the backfield for Pena. Oh, that's window dressing for Singleton. Priority to get him unlocked. They do on the first drive of the game. He's got a touchdown. This is Wright back to get it for Villanova. Takes it from his own 5 and is planted shy of the 20-yard line with the ball out. The ball came out at the 18 at the end of that return. And now they unpile to see if Villanova got it back. And they did. So first look in this game at Pat McQuaid, Villanova's new starting quarterback. And they start on the ground with David Ovitt, their talented sophomore running back. But Zariah Fisher got an early start for Penn State.
Offside defense number 36 in the neutral zone, causing a reaction by the offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
So free 5 yards, and that makes this a 3rd down and 1 on the 2-yard gain for David Ovitt.
They're trying to operate as normally as possible in a hostile crowd, slightly different than the 300 people he said he played in front of in junior college.
McQuaid did play at LSU, and there's some of that noise.
Delay of game, defense clapping, 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
With two backs out there, a low snap, and Jabril Mace is driven down. Zion Tracy. After the loss of 5, it's back in the hands of Mace. He gets the 5 he lost and then some. Out across the 35 to the 36. This is a 3rd and 7 for McQuaid. Pressure up the middle from Durant. He pumps on Rojas. And the guy that runs a 4.3 40-yard dash shows off his quick closing speed to bring up a 4th down. So first down via penalty for Villanova. And the drive stalled out, in part thanks to the Zion Tracy tackle for a loss. So Devontae Ross back to get this punt. And a good one from Larson, the Villanova punter. And Ross looking for space, and he tiptoes along the sideline. And a booming collision over there drives him out of bounds. Jason Hall laying the wood. Penn State gets the ball for the second time, and they start with Devontae Ross on a little pitch. And a first down for the Nittany Lions after they marched it down on 12 plays for an opening drive score. And a 4-for-4 start for Aller. And a 4-for-5 start as he misses on the route to Trevor Pena going to the sideline. Second out. First incompletion of the day for Aller. They set to throw again, and this time he does connect. The sliding grab for Trevor Pena. He's had a busy start to this afternoon.
False start, offense number 72, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Aller off a play fake to Allen.
Got him.
Taking a shot. He wants Ross, and it's broken up. The last man back there, Anthony Hawkins, steers it away. That's not good. Aller catches it on the rebound, and then he gets clocked. Oh, man, ball comes out, and then he got it back. Aller got destroyed and then bounced off the hit. So it's 6 yards for Aller to himself to set up a 3rd and 9. And a little flip out, that's broken up. Well defended by Caleb Moody, coming up from his safety spot to make it a 4th down. Now Maddox tries to set up a screen, and it's knocked down. Maddox gets it out for his first completion, but well short of the first down. Zachy Wheatley makes the stick, and it's punt time for Villanova with a 33-year-old punter for the Wildcats. It's a great punting matchup. You got the biggest punter in college football and the oldest.
Penn State calling for delay, and I think they're going to get it.
Delay a game, offense, half the distance to the goal, 4th down.
And starting to nose a little bit. He's not coming. Chaz Coleman is. And that influenced Larson, who shanks it. And it takes a Penn State bounce. Cruising on this beautiful day in State College. 15 seconds left in the first. Drew Aller back to work. Already in field goal range. And Pena has his 3rd catch already. And that should do it for the first. And it will. We've seen Penn State go fast in this first, but not that fast. On the second down, it's Singleton who slips. There were a pile of Wildcats that were there. Aller to throw on 3rd down and 5. And he rips it in, but incomplete. Broken up. Intended for Pena again. Ryan Barker out for a 45-yard attempt on what would be his long on the year. His range stretches back into the 50s, and he strokes it through. Well, we did see McQuaid go to the locker room, then come back, but he did go back into the medical tent. So still being evaluated after that injury he took. Here's Wright along the sideline and shoved out around the 30-yard line. We're bringing some pressure. Throw goes the other way, and it's in the dirt. Trying to set up a screen. Well, that 2023 defense shut out 2 Big Ten teams and had 3 shutouts overall. Well, this defense very easily could do that again. Maddox rolls the pocket. He pumps and into the waiting arms of Tony Rojas ahead of 3rd down. The second drive that the backup Maddox has been out there. Went 3 and out the first time. And Penn State trying to force him 3 and out and back-to-back trips to the field for the Villanova offense. Belgrave shorter up there showing pressure. He drops out. Maddox pumps and into the waiting arms of the quarterback seeker, Tony Rojas. All his hits today are on quarterbacks. I think that's what Danny Rojas said. Some version of that.
Much better kick.
Now Ross out of the first hit, but not out of the second hit. Good news for Villanova. They did have Pat McQuaid, their starting quarterback, who was out the last 2 drives with injury, warming up as Penn State and Kaytron Allen take back over on offense.
Yeah, good cut. Good job getting vertical by Kaytron Allen, going tempo.
Nothing there. First side, second side, also nothing there. Over the top of Khalil Dinkins. Tight coverage again from Christian Sept. It was a perfect start for Drew Aller. He was 4 of 4. Since then, he is 3 of 8. And accuracy is something that Penn State has a close eye on with him. And that is off target as well. So it's 3 of 9 since the perfect start for Aller. So kicking team out again. Wosu for the second time, and this low wobbler. And no return there for Villanova. Coming over to Penn State for over $3 million per year, the highest paid defensive coordinator in the country.
Villanova trying to continue to use that hard count, simulate the snap, get Jim Knowles' defense to show their hand, and they won't.
It's Ovitt through a couple of arm tackles. He spun off Durant, and it's set down out of the 22 for another 3rd down and long for this Villanova offense. Ross Pennypacker, the defensive coordinator for Villanova, worked for Jim Knowles when he was the Cornell head coach.
And a Seinfeld character, I think. Pennypacker.
Alter ego in Seinfeld. 3rd down. Villanova hoping to convert for the first time. McQuaid shovels it, and Ovitt short of the sticks on the check down. And Penn State rallies to stop him after forward progress a half a yard short. So down 10-0 early in this second quarter. All right, what's Luke Larson got? Can he flush that shanked punt of just 25 yards earlier in his own territory? And yes, he can. Ross calls for the fair catch, and Penn State has it back after the 41-yard punt. Well, they leaned heavily on this guy, Nick Singleton, on the first drive, and he is swallowed up by Aiden Howard for no gain. This is a big test hit type day for Aiden Howard. A couple NFL prospects at tackle on the other side of him, and he comes up with his first big play.
I thought was a great point we talked about with Coach Ferrante from Villanova is, hey man, everybody in the world, everybody in the NFL is going to watch this film. It's going to be you against some future first-round draft picks all over this Penn State team. Let's have a day.
Nolan Rucci and Drew Shelton, the 2 guys who'll get a crack at on Penn State's offensive line today. And it opens up for Singleton, who has a first down out at midfield for the Nittany Lions. Well, Villanova wasn't fully set when that snap happened. And Kaytron Allen. And right at the sticks. Looks like he's got enough for the first down. Saw that body language from Drew Aller a couple times last week. He didn't move on quickly. And back to the ground with Allen, and that is
they have the ability.
First down. Great job, Aller. Pointing, extending, and drills it into Luke Reynolds, his tight end. And first down, marching down to the red zone. And flag comes out. Drew Aller is pointing at Villanova's defensive line.
False start, offense, number 71, 5-yard penalty, first down.
It's on Venga Ioane, their left guard. Backed up after the penalty. Shane Hartzell getting Villanova's defense reset. Aller taking a shot to an out-of-bounds Kyron Hudson, who is hemmed into the sideline. Great coverage from Zamir Dawood, the best cover man that Villanova has. On a 2nd and 15, Pena. This is how they started the day. Hurdling a man, but tripped up. Well, big story for Penn State last week into this week. Field goals or touchdowns inside the red zone. They split field goals and touchdowns this year. On a 3rd and 6, Aller slings it sideline, juggling play by Pena, but the ball comes out. Jamie Tyson for the 2nd time in a leverage down. Ryan Barker from 28 after 45 earlier. He is good again. Pat McQuaid starting quarterback out there for his 2nd straight drive after he missed 2 with injury. And Isaiah Ragland is out to the edge with his 2nd carry of the day before Collins ran him out. That was Villanova's best first down play of the day. Their best one before that was 2 yards.
A ton of negatives as well.
Yeah, they had a loss of 2, loss of 5 mixed in there as well. A little bounce to Ragland. He meets King Mack, who is making his first Penn State start at safety.
RPOs, their specialty, all live here on 3rd and 2.
The best pass rusher down at the bottom, Dennis Sutton. It's a run on 3rd and short, and it's a first down. Villanova returned everybody on that offensive line. Have the size, the experience to get the attention of the NFL teams. And right behind them in the run game on that last one. Mace out to the edge. Their speedster. First down carry. Just like that last series, they got 6. And Ragland straight ahead. And back-to-back first downs for Villanova, starting to move it late in this first half.
A lot of these plays are cutting back to the speed. A lot of times you just run back or screen behind.
And nothing doing before this drive for Villanova. Outside penalties on first downs. And Ragland shakes off Rojas, who's been a heat-seeking missile in this first half. But hey, it's not a quarterback. It's a running back that gets him this time. Ragland checks out. David Abbott back in. And the point to pass, and a wobbler is broken up. Zion Tracy had a tackle for a loss earlier. He has a pass breakup on Luke Colella to bring up a 3rd down.
Now this looks like, this again always feels like pressure to the quarterback. Looks like pressure. See how they deploy.
Dennis Sutton is up at the top side. Hand to the dirt. Fay held him off originally, but that pocket was closing as McQuaid faded away. And it's complete to Kopecky, but shy of the first down. This is plus territory. And it is McQuaid in the Villanova offense. Plus territory, 4th down. Just ahead of the 2-minute timeout. They can take it there if they want. Well, they let the crowd wind down and take it to 2 minutes.
Good job.
And they will.
That's great on both sides. Try to get the free 5 if you're Villanova. Pat McQuaid on the ball down here makes it legal.
Well, Tanner Maddox is back behind center. Two backs and a tight end. Villanova straight ahead. It breaks. First down and much more for David Abbott. And now they find themselves inside the red zone. They're cashing in on a 4th and 2. Out to the bubble. It's dropped by Mace.
Denied. Dennis Sutton is back in there for Penn State's well-being, and gosh, that's the second time they've had a chance to get something, not a home run type thing, but that's a like 4, 5, 6 yard gain 2 times on bubble screens.
And they're first inside the red zone. On 2nd and 10. Abbott, who just had the big run, is set down. Wheatley up to smack him from safety with help from Rojas.
James Franklin's going to take a timeout here for Penn State. Trying to get the ball back.
Remember, Villanova deferred. They get the ball out of halftime. On 3rd down, McQuaid operating for Villanova. Quick set, sideline shot, incomplete. And good coverage by Davion Collins. No chance for Kopecky to even stay in bounds. And paying off points for the Wildcats on their first trip to the red zone.
Late flag.
Remaining in the second quarter, the score of the Nittany Lions 13, Villanova 3.
We saw Tony Rojas for Penn State down at the bottom of a pile where that flag was dropped.
I didn't see any, like a leaping or any kind of a type.
Personal foul, illegal block below the waist, offense number 74. 50-yard penalty, 4th down.
You cannot block below the waist on any kicking play of any kind.
Temi Ajoro Chutu, who's the regular starting left guard.
Easy for you to say.
It was pretty clean.
That was very clean.
First one wiped off. Barnum's second one, a lower one that is not there. It did for Barnum to keep the shutout intact for Penn State. A physical run out to the edge for Kaytron Allen, and a first down for Penn State, looking for points before the half. Still some work to do in their own territory. And Aller, little bit off the mark. Penn State did have some drops last week that stopped them from being more explosive than they should have been.
3-man rush.
And back to the sideline, threads it into Reynolds, who took a shot, and a flag comes out on the DeWood hit. Penn State has 53 seconds to operate, now 1 timeout after avoiding the runoff. And on the ground with Allen. And he's got the first down.
Under 47.
And they do. Aller gets it away. And Liam Clifford past the sticks and out of bounds. So clock stops with 41 seconds to go. After leaving some points out there in the red zone earlier. Aller operating the 2-minute offense. And a beautiful catch along the sideline. After getting the ball back with a minute to go. And he buzzes one in. Pena for a touchdown. That sets up Pena, just scored the touchdown, and he drags Villanova in for the 2-point conversion.
Villanova takes the knee here. They're going to take the halftime with a limping quarterback, and man, these guys are going to battle their tails off in the second half. But cover it.
And they'll bring it out with Wright, and he is upended. Penn State covering on special teams again. Dakari Nelson for Pat McQuaid, who started the game, went out injured for 2 drives, and then came back for Villanova. His first snap of the second half is a handoff to Abbott, and he squeezes through out to the 15-yard line for a 2-yard gain. King Mack starting to creep up toward the line on another run play, and that is sandwiched out on the edge by Zariah Fisher and Tony Rojas. Third down. Third down. Dennis Sutton went past the quarterback, but the pressure was still coming with Amari Campbell. Devontae Ross back to get the punt after a quick 3 and out on what's been a busy day for Luke Larson, the 33-year-old punter for Villanova. And the Aussie punter gets it away. And Ross has a few yards on the return. Drew Aller, the only guy to do that at one school. All those 25 wins at Penn State. And his second half begins with a handoff to Nick Singleton. On 2nd and 9, pressure around Aller. He unloads a deep ball that's too strong. Devontae Ross, a couple of strides away from it. Revisit that deep ball if we get a sec. First, this 3rd down and 9. On the first drive of the second half for Penn State.
3-man rush.
Back in Aller's hands. Felt pressure to the backside and extends the play. He's got a block out in front, and Aller uses his legs thanks to Nick Singleton. Oh, and almost too fast. Timeout Villanova.
Aller was timeout Villanova. Their first of the half.
Like Aller was a little surprised by that snap too. We've seen a lot of this. Pena on a jet sweep for a 3rd time today. And he got blasted late on that play, but remember DeWood survived the possible targeting call. Almost disqualified him. The replay overruled it, stayed in there. Well, Singleton nice dragged down. Omari Bursey from the backside goes and gets him. It brings up another 3rd down for Drew Aller, who's 0 for 4 in this spot. And they keep it on the ground with Singleton. And he's to the 25, so it's 4th down. A little surprised they didn't throw that.
A drive that began inside their own half. This would be a great hold.
Barker 2 for 2 today. He's 8 for 9 on the year. This is 2nd on the day from 40 plus. And the lefty makes another clean pass at 1 for Penn State. That's not simply enough for James Franklin and Penn State.
Absolutely. It's a place deservedly so, with very, very high expectations, great fans, passionate fans. And they're, they've won a lot of football. They've seen a lot of great football over the years.
In the college football semifinal, a drive away. And now one of the favorites to win it all this year. Looking for 3-0 today. Oh, Dennis Sutton is right in the grill. Forces the interception. That was denied. Dennis Sutton all the way for Elliott Washington. Put it right on a platter for his cornerback for the pick. Off of the quick change, it's Pena. Can't quite stay on his feet.
He creates almost like a hot situation. There's the pressure inside. That's the hot player that McQuaid has to deal with. And then just great awareness. Elliott Washington, the 2nd.
Once Dennis Sutton engaged, McQuaid could not have gotten out of the back of the end zone
Smart
faster.
quarterback. Smart.
And a 1st down, Kaytron Allen. But a 1st down here for Allen, and back in the ball quickly in the red zone. Aller pumped, checked it down, and throws a pick. What a read from Amari Bursey. Picking off the check down to get Villanova's first turnover of the day. Aller does not throw many picks.
No.
It's only the 11th of his career, now 3rd year as a starter. And so Villanova, after the takeaway for Bursey, put it in the belly of Ragland.
Kind of just blindly threw it.
More pressure, DeLuca right in the grill of McQuaid, and it drops incomplete. DeLuca chewed up the blocks on that last pick. This time he gets a clean hit on McQuaid. 5 knockdowns on 12 dropbacks. He lets it fly, and the twisting effort for Kopecky comes up empty. Well, Larson let the play clock run all the way down and gets off a good enough punt for fair catch. To nobody, and then dumps it off into the flat. First down and then some with Andrew Rapelier, his first catch since week 1. Quick toss. First hole not there, and a nice rundown by Nigel McSween. On the run for Nick Singleton. Back-to-back runs and a first down. One of the ones he has to have, and he does. So he went back to his check down after his check down led to the pick by Bursey last trip down this way. Aller protected, and now it closes, and he races ahead close to another first down. Give him a couple on that play, 3rd and short.
Josh.
Play fake. Lofted sideline. Dinkins. Strong hands, but he's out of bounds.
This is why you took that shot on 3rd inches.
Pressured. It's a run, and it's a first down. And right into the wash with Nick Singleton, and the drive survives on a 4th down. Give him 4 yards. Sideline back into the hands of Reynolds, who makes a move to the sideline, and he's out of bounds with a 1st and goal for Penn State. What about guys like Pat Fryermuth and Brent Strange before that? Long history at that spot as that goes for 6 more. Nick Singleton for the 2nd time today in short yardage. There's Mace. He had a seam. And how about Wosu? The kicker comes down there and fills some gaps. The expensive roster, preseason favorite in a lot of people's minds in the Big 12. Utah with Devin Dampier. Sneaky pick for the Heisman early in the year. That's 24 against 24. Ovid against Campbell for a 5-yard pickup.
Ovid is physical, man. We've talked about it multiple times. He's have a lot of success in their upcoming schedule, which we'll get into later.
Well, Villanova has had 3 guys win that in their recent history. Oh, nice forearm. That's why Ovid is getting a lot of talk for that Walter Payton Award. Forearm shiver, first down. There's some names on that list that have won the FCS version of the Heisman, the Walter Payton Award. Cooper Kupp, Jimmy Garoppolo, Trey Lance, Steve McNair. And it's a heavy dose of Ovid.
David Abbott.
Got Maddox lined up at quarterback on this 3rd and short. And Ovid has done his best Brian Westbrook on this drive. First down across midfield. 5 completions for 22 yards to this point, late 3rd quarter. It's Ragland this time, and Chaz Coleman, the stud freshman on the edge for Penn State, brings an end to the third quarter. The start of the fourth, second down, and Ragland is swallowed up. Rojas and Campbell, a couple plays into this fourth quarter. On a third down, they're bringing 4. That was enough to get him to the quarterback. Chaz Coleman once again. Coleman hasn't played defensive end for very long. He was a high school quarterback until his junior year of high school. He's still learning how to be a pass rusher. Already a good one 3 games in as Hartzell bouncing off the hit that he landed of Kaytron Allen. And it turns into an 8-yard gain. His belly on the fake. Aller back to Reynolds. First down and then some. Yeah, Rappelier, tight end to tight end, helping each other out. Another good day for Reynolds. He's been the top target for Penn State. 4 catches, 73 yards. And that cut for Kaytron Allen has him another 9-yard gain, just like that carry a few ago. Aller on a quick set. He unloads it, left it short in a dangerous area. And that was almost his second pick of the day. Singleton back to the outside and lowers the boom out near another first down. And this breaks. Touchdown. Explosion in the run game for Kaytron Allen. So an untouched 18-yarder for Kaytron Allen, and he has taken the rushing lead on one drive. It was all Nick Singleton before that. In good shape to go 3-0 before their bye week, and then they get Oregon. How about Villanova grad Howie Long getting multiple FaceTimes today. Watching the game, sending a message out to his Wildcats. They'll be live 2 hours tomorrow before America's Game of the Week. That's bottled up in the backfield.
Long, athletic, physical.
Lane finished second in the safety competition in camp. He was one of the guys they were looking at to start next to Zachy Wheatley. But he's still going to be on the field a lot this fall. On a third down and 6. Quaid out fast, and so is the herd coming. Oh, man. Kenny Woosley with a big pop to bring up 4th down.
Speaking of Terry Bradshaw, also right next to us is Jack Ham, another, obviously,
part of linebacker.
Yeah.
Yep. Legend here at Penn State. Jack Ham has done the games with Steve Jones for about 25 years now. Doing a great job next door. Ross breaks out of one wave. Here comes the second wave to chase him down on a play that almost went the other way. That was Drew Aller.
That will be awesome.
Now, Drew Aller's day is done. Final line of 16 for 29 with that touchdown to Pena before the half, including 1 pick. So it's Ethan Grunkemeyer on a play fake on his first snap of the day. And he takes a shot to the end zone. Hawkins is there. Was he inbounds? He was.
did not maintain control of the pass going to the ball. Therefore, the pass is incomplete. It's second down.
So wipe off the interception for Hawkins, and the offense back to work for Penn State. This is Wallace, bouncing out to the edge. We were joking, there are a lot of Cam Wallace jerseys out in the parking lot, the tailgating lots. Wallace stays sidecar with Drunkemeyer. Picking up the blitz. Drunkemeyer, open man, touchdown. First career touchdown pass for Ethan Drunkemeyer. Some people that had some points for Penn State like that touchdown. Real Mace turning the corner, first down Villanova. Maddox at quarterback, rolling the pocket. And into tight coverage, it's picked off. Penn State with another takeaway, second pick of the day. And this might go. Convoy out in front with a cutback. It's a touchdown. A few minutes of firsts for Nittany Lions. First catch for Schlaffer, first touchdown throw for Drunkemeyer, and the first pick. Barker kicks it away. Mace. Oh, that's the old T signal. Can't do that.
Fair catch is awarded at the 25-yard line, where it'll be first down.
Written into the rules this year that they're going to start calling that as an invalid fair catch signal.
Yeah, so in that case, again, no yardage, like that illegal touch to incomplete pass we had earlier, just goes to what it would have been, a touchback on the 25.
Maddox was the backup to Connor Watkins the last couple of years, handing off here. And Isaiah Wright is pummeled. You go back to John Robertson in 2012. Won the Walter Payton Player of the Year award, the FCS level. Basically been 4 quarterbacks the last decade plus for Villanova. That's all they've needed. Several multi-year starters. Third down. Quick pop over the middle. Complete, first down, and then some. Out across midfield. Nice move for Braden Reed to hit the sideline. Just the second trip down in plus territory today. Missed field goal, part of their last trip. Back in the belly of Wright for a short gain.
Doing a little bit of preparation for those guys in the offseason and going forward, but it'll be all systems go, game plan mode 2 weeks in a row.
Maddox deep ball and incomplete.
And they've gotten a ton out of today.
Maddox to Reed again, who came into the drive with 0 career catches. He has 2 catches on the drive. Both have gone for first downs. Arrow pointing up late in the year. Another one underneath. Stevens with the catch, making it a second and short. And Wright is smothered. FIU last week. Villanova this week so far with 2 minutes to go.
Jumped outside.
False start, fence number 81, 5-yard penalty, third down.
It's a third down for Maddox and Villanova, and flag comes out.
Just gave the 5 back.
99. Offside in the neutral zone, causing the offense to false start. Defense number 99, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
It's our man Kamaju, right? Kamaju. Had the Superman play earlier, gave the 5 yards back. 3rd and 4.
Great diction on Kamaju. Well done. 3rd down and 4. Maddox moving, and he tucks and runs and reaches for the 1st down. Took a shot at the end. So drive survives. Villanova looking for their 1st points. Maddox pulls it. Oh, nice move out to the edge. That ball was dangling as he stumbled across the 15 and turned their attention to Tanner Maddox late in this game with 1.5 minutes to go. Lets it fly. Incomplete. Well, Maddox does not have a touchdown pass in his career. He has run for a couple. Backing up Connor Watkins the past couple of years.
Coordinator Jim Knowles not afraid to bring the 0 heat right here, and that's what it looks like.
Well, nobody middle of the field, and here they come. Maddox to that vacated center of the field, and he replaced that blitz with a 1st down to Binkowski right on the doorstep. And Villanova is stonewalled. Maddox back in, fakes it, and keeps it himself, and he's swung down. Alex Tatch.
Now it looks like Jim Knowles is going to zone it out.
Well, if you got some stakes, this is a big play for you. Fade ball, end zone. Incomplete. All right, so one more play for everybody to sweat it out on that 48.5 marker. Final play of this game with 4 seconds to go on a 4th down for Villanova. And movement. There are...
Start, fence number 26, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Maddox on the final play of the game. Rolling right. What's he got? Maddox lets it fly. It is... Oh, man. What a catch by Brandon Binkowski. His 1st career touchdown catch.